Yo, y'all remember when we made the Operation Paperclip post the other day, right? This is the original one, wherein they used the naming scheme for Operation Paperclip to hide this. And then again, a whole bunch of people try to debunk, discredit, and, you know, devalue this data, but it's on the History Channel. Like like they don't put out, you understand what we're saying to you? That's how valid it is. The History Channel has dropped it. Okay, cool.
Nazi scientists, some of them tied to war crimes, including horrific concentration camp experiments, brought to the U.S. in a secret program to advance American security interests during the Cold War. It sounds like the plot of a film drama, but it actually happened, and on a large scale. The story is told in the new book, Operation Paperclip. Author and journalist Annie Jacobsen joins us now. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
So these were top scientists in the German war effort, sought out by the U.S. military as the war was coming to an end.
That's right. These were Hitler's top weapons makers, and Operation Paperclip became a classified military program to bring them to the United States. It also had a public face, so there was, on the one hand, the truth about the program kept secret, and on the other hand, the idea that we'll tell the public that these are the good Germans.
And, the good Germans, but they were dedicated Nazis, the ones you write about. We should say there are many, 1,600 in all, right?
Yes.
You document about 21 of them, dedicated Nazis, some, as I said, involved in horrific stuff. What they did was known, right, to the people who were, to the Americans who were seeking them out.
Certainly to the American military intelligence officers who were interviewing them. The idea that they were involved in war crimes was really necessary to be kept secret, and that's exactly what happened. And so in the book, I think I unveil a lot of the truth about this program that has remained clouded for decades.
So give us an example of one of the figures that intrigued you.
Well, I think one of the worst case scenarios was that the United States military made the decision to bring Walter Schreiber. This was Major General Dr. Walter Schreiber, the Surgeon General of the Third Reich. He wound up at a military facility in Texas.
And doing what?
Well, during the war, Dr. Schreiber had been involved in the vaccine program for the Reich, which sounds like a nice program, but it was actually a program to work on protecting German.
So she goes on to say and explain that the scientists that came over were, okay, you remember before everybody had to stay inside and wear that cloth thing over your face? Right. When there was that argument, that politician, Marjorie Green or whatever, who was equating it to wearing underwear or whatever, we don't know. Like she just got back on Twitter, like it's the whole thing, Elon keeping his name relevant because Apple stopped advertising on there or whatever. But yeah, that chick was like one of those moral oral gun-toting Second Amendment. The January 6 people are doing horrible. They're not being able to shave or get haircuts. They were so Khalid Browder. Anywho, and she was talking about, the moral fiber and cheating on her husband who divorced her. But, that's not the thing. That's not the thing. The thing is that she goes on to say that the people that were for and against that one thing around the same time, the science, trust the science and all that, and they're still saying that there's about to be a ramp up for it, right? We don't want to say it because we don't want to tag on our post, right? But y'all know what we're talking about. Well, the scientists over there in Nazi Germany that left and fled came to the Americas. And when we say Americas, we mean North, Central, and South, or whatever, Argentina, Venezuela, Brazil. Not so much Central, we think. But nonetheless, they fled. It was like, and we wouldn't be, we're going to look it up. Russia probably got some, but Africa not so much. There were none of them going over there, right? Because they're all, the color of your eyeballs, right? Right. So, and then they have these things that go on, and then there's a new thing, like the respiratory, and then the flu. But, it was really weird how those refugees who were Nazis, actual Nazis, were opened arms just because they had value to add to the system. So it's kind of crazy to us that people are screaming anti-Semitism and pointing fingers when they were harboring actual Nazis, like their benefit, like they're still here, they're chilling, they're in their family, their offspring, and did their ways change when we don't know.
REX